my Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Attica Galadrithan, and welcome back to Humankind, as we continue on with the Swahili in the medieval era. As you can see from the top corner, we actually could go up now if we wanted to, but we shouldn't do that, because we're only chasing the dreaded Carthaginians, or the Byzantines as they are now. We're only chasing them up to the next era, and there's always 1, 2, 3, often 4 acceptable A-tier choices per era, usually. So if they get there before us, it doesn't matter. So we're going to stay in this era and obtain more stars so that we can boost our fame gain and continue rising. In that vein, we are currently building the Great Mosque of Ndjene over here. It's going to give support to Lamu, and it's going to give stability, rather. Well, stability is less important with the Swahili, courtesy of harbours giving you plus 20 in effect. Because, of course, before you choose the Swahili, a harbour gives you a minus 10 stability penalty. When you become the Swahili, every harbour then gives a plus 10 stability penalty. So, not a penalty, a boon. So, in effect, you are gaining 20 stability when you swap to Swahili with harbours, which is a delight. We are, of course... Oh, I also should say, let me stop you there. The last Galu, in episode 4 Galu, he lied. I decided to break up the 4 DLC keys that I had into 2 in the last episode and 2 in this episode. So this episode is the final time you can get something for free. You will be getting out of this episode, 1 lucky viewer will get the last Cultures of Africa pack DLC that I have to give away, and then the other will get the Cultures of Latin America pack. So please do comment down below for your chance to win one of those 2. The other thing I just wanted to tell you about as well, if you are going to pick up Humankind after getting to the 5th episode in and think, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. You get into the game and you think, geez, there's an awful lot going on here. Well, worry ye not, because the game has an in-game encyclopedia. All you need to do is, I've got the hotkey as H for that, but it might be something different for you. And it will just show you everything you want to know. Any question you have, you can answer it here in the encyclopedia. You can type something up in the corner, search categories along the top. It's an encyclopedia. And that is in the game, so it doesn't take you out to a browser or anything. It's built in. So if you do have questions, that will answer them for you. So what's the world looking like if you want a brief recap on the last episode? We burnt the Garamantes to the ground. They attacked us. Sadly, they were the Garamantes. Are they still? Yes, they are. They attacked us, which was moronic on their part, but we'll take it, and we burnt their city to the ground. We're going to emplace it with our own outpost in a moment. No, we've already claimed it. Sorry. We've claimed it with our own outpost, and we're going to upgrade that to a city when we can, and claim the pyramids as part of this large city area. Lots of districts here. But whilst we've got the 2 harbours, which will give us a stability boost, and so that should be okay. Then what we're going to do is unattach Shadar from our capital, Mount Precious, and Precious is going to pick up instead this region down here in the ocean, Harail, and then whatever this city will become will take Shadar, and it will take Sadakhbia as well, leaving then Cittadella and Nosaxa as potential city upgrades if we want, against, of course, the Umayyads, our hated once enemies, but we are no longer. We are only at war at the moment with the Byzantines. They don't want peace, they're not about that, but our score drops. So what we are hoping to try and do is basically drop their war score. So theirs is currently dropping from low stability because ours, I believe they did hit 0 for us. They didn't force us into a surrender, so now they're taking the stability penalty from that, and they lose the -1 that all nations do by being the aggressor. Aggressors constantly lose a -1 at all times. My thoughts for you in this episode, though, at the start, for your comments and questions for episode 6, is what should we call Lamu? Of course, it could stay as Lamu, but I just don't think that's all that great, so we need an idea for that. Let's look militarily. We've got Westwatch still surviving with 2 pikes, 2 crossbows, and some headhunters. And we've got a regiment down here at the moment, which is heading out, I think, to kill a roving band. Yes, it is. These bloody scouts are trying to ransack our land, so we need to get rid of them. We need to get rid of them as soon as possible. All right, so that's where we are. Let's continue with Humankind. And the absolute bop that is the Swahili music as well. Can you hear that in the background? It's cracking. So I've got 5 turns on the Great Mosque. Our army should probably hang about up there. We could do with the second army desperately. We do also, of course, want Corneforos back because that was a good region. It has 3 incense 3 incense. What am I trying to say there? Resources. Resources. It has 3 incense resources, and we want those very much in our land. So we want to try and take that. We can. What I'm going to do is, once we've built the Great Mosque of Tenet, I am just going to train an army over here, and it's just going to be a full army. So Lamu is unfortunately going to lose a lot of people because we're going to just train a full army. But it's going to take a while, as you can see. So it might be an idea. First of all, can we buy out to build some industry? 14 from there. Hello. That's pretty good. That's pretty damned good, isn't it? Let's turn on the markers to see what we've got. So we've got 11 down there with the benefit that we could actually add 2 together and continue pressing up into the mountains. But the 14 from there, 13 from there, although we lose 6 food. That's a pretty good one. Even just as a one-off. Oh, hey, and a builder's star. And a builder's star. Whoop, whoop, and a builder's star. Right, Lamu, you can actually build probably a full army immediately, I've just realised. So we should probably do that. So give me a couple of crossbows. Give me a pike. Give me a pike. Give me an A. Hey, give me an L. L. I've spelt Lamu backwards. Should we chuck in a healer for the healing? No, they're probably too weak by now. 16 attack strength plays a 31. Anything that hits them is going to kill them. So no, when the mosque is complete, we'll add in something in the normal way. So we'll add it to the queue. Should we go with a chariot? Would a chariot work at this stage? 22, that's not very good. Headhunter. The chariot, though, would upgrade to the knight, which we're heading for. 20, goodness gracious. Our research ability is unfortunately rather poor. So what we're going to do is expert. No, expert lets you design it yourself. I want economic. No, I don't. Well, what do I want? Technology subsidies. There we go. Technology subsidies. Okay, vigilance is growth. I'm happy with growth there. Praesius, you can go on to technology subsidies. So can you. Although it won't make any difference because you're actually full. So Ocean's Bounty, you could. Oh, you can get a Bandari. Oh, you've got 2 Bandaris on the way and 2 crossbowmen. Oh, good. Right, you guys can just sit where you are, I suppose. Don't you worry. Oh, no, we were going to go and take Thebes, weren't we? Of course. Give the Byzantines something to think about. Oh, do we do that? Shall we do that? I think we should probably do that. No, it's not very in our favour. We'll probably lose that. So just hold where you are for now. Stand your ground, my gentlemen friends, as we continue to earn the influence required. Have we got any allies? No, everyone hates us, don't they? So our one-time allies, the Mississippians, they broke our alliance a while ago. They're hate-filled now. The English, how are you feeling, English? They're hate-filled as well. Always nice to see. So they all hate us. And what about the blues over there? Tyrannical. Tyrannical's the worst type of hate. Oh, they're at war with the Taino. They're going to war with their own. Those people were subjugated by them once upon a time, but they are no longer. Where are you going, friend? Interesting way of going. Oh, of course, the Umtepe allows us to disembark and embark immediately, so it makes no odds. Yeah, so we're going to kill that fool, because he's been giving us grief. Let's just check that all of our outposts have built everything they can. Yes, they have indeed. 4 turns on to Jene. No problems up in Marsik. And Lamu, can you give me my buyout of another pike? No, let's go with a chariot. What the hell? Yeah, let's go with a chariot. Right, a new 5. We're going to call you New World, with capital letters in the right place. New World. What should we call you? First. Let's just call them New World First. That'll do. Let's go out there and start scoring some military stars, shall we? What are we star-wise? What are we getting? So we're going to definitely get at least 1 more scientist. The agrarian's a long way off. I don't think we'll hit that. The military we should hit. Expansionist we definitely can, because we're going to build that town into a city, which will see us become expansionist. We might be able to get the first Aesthais, and we should be all right for money, I think. We should be able to get at least 3 more stars, and then we'll go up. The Taino now are hate-filled. The Mississippians have closed their borders to me. Disappointing. Disappointing all around, really, isn't it? But the Great Mosque is on its way. The Great Mosque is on its way. And you can attack. Yes. We'll just auto-resolve that. I'm not going to fight against... No, they ran away anyway. Cowards! When you run away, you might think that enemies can just run forever, but they can't. When a nation runs away, or when an army runs away, sorry, in the next turn, it will only have half its movement points, which allows you to, in essence, catch up with it and kill it. Oh, what are you doing? Why didn't you just go to that one? Now you've given them their movement back. Why are you moving around like madmen? A blossoming of beliefs. Religious feeling is strong across the empire, but then our religion is splitting in twain. So again, these decisions are always decided on one of two things. Either you are heavily role-playing the game, so you're sticking to your role-playing fanatics or whatever, or you're just going pure for statistics. Personally, this point in the game, and particularly with the religion, which we've already lost, I'm thinking more about just ensuring we benefit ourselves. So I'm not too worried about faith, because faith is already lost. So we are going to go in for ideologies. That one will actually drop us down a tier, which we don't want. That one won't make any odds. So fanatic, we're either dissolving or leading. Let's just lead. What the hell? If we go to the faith screen, whilst our religion does still exist in our own regions, Zoroastrianism has taken the world by storm, and they're all following it like the sheep that they are. Although, look, we've just got another Tenet. Yeah, so we could yield to none. 10 war support on grievance trigger. Oh, that's pretty good. Undertake pilgrimage, reduces civics. Observe fast, 5 food on harbours. We should probably go for that because we're very harbour heavy. Money on market quarters, 5 science on research quarter. But then our research is pretty bad. But then research, I'm always hesitant to put too much into research because you reach a point in the game where research is no longer worth anything. It's finite in its benefit. Although that is it is right at the end of the game. I'd be tempted with that because we don't have any research quarters and +5 would be very helpful. But then the food on harbours. We've got so many harbours. That will solve food worries for a long time. That's a tricky one. Do we bear not false witness or do we observe fasts? We're only at tier 2. Jeez. Zoroastrianism's made it to 4 already. Oh dear, oh dear. They're protecting the weak, so they get stabilities on garrisons. I think we should probably go with the research, let's be honest. Food's already not too much of an issue. So let's go with that. We're not out of this yet. And speaking of research, buy out 6,000 for your next one. Holy hell fire. What about units? What about the units? 2,455. Oh, we can buy some of these, though. 3 food on harbour. That'd give 18 food here. Which wouldn't be too bad. You've only got 27, actually. 18 money. 10% on... Oh, I think I might go for that, because we're about to build 2 of them. It made absolutely no difference. That made absolutely no difference. That's good to see. Right, and then our army in the New World. Oh, no. The Byzantines have just absorbed Maraiho. Right, let's go and kill them. Now, the interesting feature with independent peoples is that they never run away. I suppose it's just so that you can always get some military stars guaranteed, but they just simply never run away, so you're always going to win those. No, stay in the bloody water, for crying out loud. Right, now we'll get them on the next turn. Profit, yes! We let people into our city in the last episode, you may recall, and we've got a positive event from it. We get 15 extra money for a few turns, which isn't bad. And Digene's about to build, so then all of these will then... Oh, we can build another great temple. Oh, yes, I think we should do that. What about in the New World, actually? I think building over there might be a good idea, because we've lost in the mainland. It doesn't actually... Does it make any difference where it's built, actually? I just think there's stability. 47% surplus, though, actually. 57%. 142. Jesus. No, I think we should save it, actually. For this is going to become a city on the very next turn. You're ransacking me, you dirty bastards. You've got one city, and you're out here ransacking. The absolute audacity of it. The absolute audacity of it. Alright, let's move through and take Corneforos. We're going to add that to Lamu. Lamu's going to be no trouble, so we'll get the expansion from that. Alright, so let's do it. Let's attack them so they can't run away. Instant resolution victory. Good. We're going to build the military, so they're going to go in there. With Indigene built... Oh, let's use our merchant thing to... Oh, we're not allied to anyone, are we? Oh, but that doesn't matter. We can use it whether they like it or not. I think you get more money if you are allied. 2,450, that's probably a winner at the moment. 1,100. 1,100, yeah, the 2,000. I don't think there's going to be anything bigger than 2,000. 2,450 for Babylon, but they're currently ransacking us, so we don't want to give it to them. So yeah, I'll give it to you. There we go. So we pay a small amount of it means we now can't turn Marsik into a city, but we get in, as for a small influence cost, we get gold. And lots of it. Plenty of it. Right, why don't you be one of the first ones then to build me a research quarter? 12 we get. How's your food looking? 95. No trouble on food, so build me 2 research quarters there and there. Oh, look, we can buy that one out straight away. Bob is your uncle. And he's very happy to be that. I wouldn't say no to a garrison right down here as well, where our enemy is. Chuck a garrison down there. Right, it's hotting up. It is no. That's not the intended consequence. No, have you got walls and things? Are you gonna hold that? Oh, you got a maker's quarter. Yeah, chuck that in. What the hell? Can't hurt, can it? It can't hurt. It can't hurt. 15 science, yes please. And I wouldn't say no to your 4 influence as well. You're a fantastic city. Burning that to the ground and rebuilding it was a masterstroke. Oh, hello. Time, why did you get another one? Have you got a natural wonder here? No, I don't think so. You just not built a Bandari. No, there's one down there. So why did you get 2? Do we get 2 in every region of this thing? I don't know, but that thing's fantastic. So we definitely want that up here with the crossbows. We're going to build the crossbows with money anyway. Mount Praesius, you're going to need to give us more troops as well, I'm afraid. So a couple of pikes, a couple of crossbows. We've let our military slip. We can't allow that. We simply cannot allow that. Get a headhunter in there as well. Right, so you're going to be on the front line. We got you there. Would we beat them if we attack them? Who are you? Hoplites. Hoplites. They're anti-cavalry. They are stronger when they've got a unit of their own type next to them. But we have got 2 crossbows, 35 attack, and their archers are just going to be dead. Ah, I'm so tempted to do that. Oh, they're going to get the shield wall, though, is the only problem. Oh, but then we get the high ground. Good, sod it. Go for it. Go for it. Let's kick the bastards out. They're ransacking our city. Oh, they ran away. They ran away. That's interesting. Ba-bum, ba-dum, bum. This music slaps. Absolutely slaps. How'd you like them apples, you dirty scum? Toddle off there. 73 going up to 100%. Get your Bandari in. Get your Bandari in. Yes, build that where you can. Right, then, have we got enough? No, we've got nowhere near enough influence to do what we need to do. I want to give it Shadar and Sadakbia. We can't do that at the moment. When we detach that, we won't be able to afford to upgrade it. Oh, they're moving in. Oh, we're still at war with them, of course. I forgot about that.
How can I help you?
I've been at war with them for a while now. And they just don't want it to stop the war. So we're going to have to prepare for that. The Praetorians are coming. Even in this late stage, Praetorians are still good. And we were attacked over at Cape Vigilance. Bugger. No. No, 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 no. Right, we're going to have to defend that. It's probably going to be a loss. We have got peasants at least, which are better than normal. But that's the best that we can do. You're down in a dell. You don't want to be down in a dell. That's a bad position. Stand in the forest. Our only hope. Oh, they've got crossbows. Cavalry coming round. They've massacred us. Yeah, this is just going to be an easy win for them. An easy victory for our enemies. Alas, alas, and alack. We'll take it back, though. Don't worry about that. Death all around, though. We're training another army. We'll come back and get it. Just stay defensive. Just do what you can. Nope. Easy loss. I hate you. I hate you so much. I will burn your people to the ground. And there will be nothing left of the name of Byzantium when I'm finished. Alright, into Mogadishu then. Stay together. Oh, well, that was easy. And We'll burn that and merge it into our main city of Lamu. So we're doing all right in the New World. We got that New World army, courtesy of all the money we had. Right, if we pull you guys back, they're going to attack us. Do we attack them now, then? Yeah, go on, what the hell. Oh, no, of course. We can't attack them because they're now not in our lands. So even though they're in an enemy's lands, we don't get the right to attack, which is just rubbish. Train those crossbows. You've got the pikes coming in to join you. We are going to lose Cittadella and Nosaxa to the coming Umayyads. They want Shadar. Oh, no, that's my demand. But I can offer a surrender, which gives nothing, which just means I give them money. They don't get anything from me. All they get is money. I could give them Nosaxa, I suppose, to appease them. Which gives us less money. I'm not too worried about Nosaxa. The New World is everything, so if they take that, I won't mind it.
I offer my hand. Please.
No. They're not having any of it. We need to be at peace with one of these two. We can't stay hiding in the New World forever. You guys are going to have to stay on that northern border. I just can't risk moving you off. So, Praesius, if you can get your army up and running. Oh, and Mogadishu. I'm going to burn you, so just chuck in a procession or something. Oh, scientific fact. Plus 1% science on a holy site, or on research quarter faith and stability. The incompatibilism is preferred in this instance, almost certainly. Right, go and burn Mogadishu so we can merge it. What happened over here? Right, we got that unit ready. We got that unit that's joined. We could buy you on the next turn. They are moving into burn Cittadella. 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 Let's detach that and add it to Pate because it's only 41 then. Building its Bandari. And then we will build the pyramid. We will build that. We want to try and link the city up so that all these districts... We've got a lot of makers' quarters here. Holy hell, fire. Lot of money making as well. This place, you need growth. Fill those people out, please. You're one of our best cities now. Out of nowhere. Oh, I'm going to call you the Gate. Or, no, Northolt. I like the name Northolt. I normally always, when I play games like Stellaris or Sins of a Solar Empire, I tend to always call my Guardian places something Holt. Which I like. Alrighty, so it's just the Umayyads. I'm concerned about the Umayyads and their effect on our peoples. We'll be able to attach that in the next turn. Who's moving? You're moving into there. And we got you. Just stay where you are for now. You're going to go back and take vigilance. Well, ideally we're going to make 2 armies out of this. So you've got 2 already and a 3rd on the way, so you can take 2 more. Maybe we'll buy those 2 while in the time it takes you to build that crossbowman. We'll buy the others. Ah, but you're going to take forever to build yours. Your industry is atrocious. And your food is awful. Oh, because I just gave away a region of yours. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. What? I converted to Zoroastrianism. They got Cape Vigilance. And they took all of that. What? Absolutely no way. How was any of that ever up for grabs? That's Billy bloody bull crap. What? Oh, it's because our war support hit fecking 0. And we've lost Cape Vigilance. Cape Vigilance is one of our best cities. And we're losing Cittadella. Now we've got the fecking... Well, at least we got Northolt out of it. So that's not the end of the world. Alright, new enemies then. Now we can go all in on the oranges at least. Right, if you've got troops, I just need them to get over to the west now as quickly as possible. I can't believe how much of the New World they were able to take from us. That is just crap. That is just absolute nonsense.
Senseless. This war.
Oh, they want a white priesthood. Yeah, sure. I'd love it. Ah, so the oranges have buggered off. I'm so disappointed at the loss of Cape Vigilance. I mean, fortunately, we kept the bit that has the wonder in it. So we could just turn Caos Media into a city. And then... But then it's only going to have 2 regions. That's so annoying. That is just genuinely so annoying. Alright, let's stick with our plan to build armies then. Here in our heartland. So you're going to build 3. So you need 2 more. I'll take 1 of each. Look at our queue. We should just remove these things from the queue. Right, build your military, then go all in on your Bandaris. 3 more. Added to the 2 there. You've only got 1. You've got 2 people. And you've got 3 more coming. Perfect. Yeah, so build your little army. So if you go back into Northolt and just guard that. I really do want this one. Whatever happens, I want this one. So you guys are going to hang around here until we can upgrade that. Right, so I think I will leave you for a time then as we just go through some management and get the last few fame stars that we want from this era. And then I'll join you again when we're then choosing who to go up to the next era with. Into the early modern. Welcome back. So you join me as we are attacked by the Blues. Out here in the New World. We're just roaming around, trying to set up more territory. And you'll note the Blues have also settled on the New World. They're moving over from there. And so we've bumped into 3 of their great swordsmen. Now, we have got 2 crossbows and 2 pikes. We've been attacked by them, which is never very good. But hopefully we should be able to do something with it. But as you can see, our defensive options are pretty lame. For want of a better word. Much better word. But what we want to try and... They've only got the 3, they're going to be there. So they're going to kill the cavalry. There's no way around that. The cavalry's going to die. And our crossbows are all on... I'm just wondering if it's better to just pull back so our crossbows can be used. But then they can just move through. Oh, I don't know. The crossbows can't currently do anything. They can't shoot. They can't help. But the great swords will kill them if we put them on the front line. And I'm just one like here they get the benefit from being in a forest, but then they also get the negative for being on a river. So you just can't really win. But I think that's probably going to be what I'm going to do. No, well, they just wasted their turn. Oh, well, that's helpful. Oh, no, they've moved through. Oh, but then they attacked them. Oh, brilliant. So that's most of those killed. Oh, you're awful. You're really not going to do very well. They'll die if they attack them, I assume. Do we use our over... Oh, they can't reach down there. Oh, that's interesting. Now you attack them. Do what you can against them, which was nothing. And then you might as well just die. You'll get a couple of them before you go. Good. Right, and what are they going to do? Right, so they killed that one off. They killed the cav. Then where are you going? You're going for the crossbows as well. Oh, that's interesting. I think we might be able to win this then. Another little high ground attack. Now, what I should state is, because we are going to win this, this is going to be quite a nice little victory, is that, for good or ill, many of you will be disappointed, but I auto-resolved this before it because I was so sure we would win. And we lost. Resounding defeat. But then now you can see that by me just controlling it myself, all of a sudden it's a win. Madness. But anyway, where are we since we last left off then? So, Ocean's Bounty. I decided not to build a city in Chaos Media or Al Nassel, and instead I've merged that one into Ocean's Bounty, and I'm going to merge that one as well. We've got more than enough stability to deal with it. 129% benefit. We did lose Cittadella to the Umayyads, as they still are, but we merged in the Saxa into Mount Praesius as well. So Praesius is now that large group in the centre. Ocean's Bounty just off to the east, and Northolt in the north, as you might expect from the name. Fame-wise, though, we are still very much in the running. We are, in fact, quite easily in the running. So now the Haudenosaunee are pushing away from us, but not anywhere near enough. 700 is nothing. They need to be 5,000-6,000 ahead of us to make this a problem. I've explained that before, and we're in the same boat. Over at home, or in Lamu, I did claim this northern region, and I've merged that in. I've also got Adhil, which we are going to merge in as well. I should do that now, in fact. There we are, attach that. Ta-da! An expansionist era star. There you go, we're only 400 behind them now. So we've taken that as well, and build your manuscript atelier. What the hell? Is it really called a manuscript atelier? Did I just read that properly? Manuscript atelier? Yeah, oh, interesting. We're building a hamlet here. Hamlets are a fantastic little building because what they do is they add one job to every tier across the board. So they affect everything, which is always very nice. and they also act like little outposts. So wherever you build a hamlet, it will extract from all of the resources around it, regardless of what they are. So they're really very handy. We're building a hamlet just there, as you can see. So they act very similarly to wonders. I'm also, because Chan have got outrageous military, I'm going to absorb them. So we're on our way up. We've got 26 influence with them at the moment, and we're moving up +4. I will spend more money to keep that going up, and we'll just get them on side. I see. Our religion lost out a while ago then. So that's why nothing's happening there. So we might as well just... Oh, no, of course, we converted to Zoroastrianism whether we wanted to or not. So we lost whatever benefits we had as our nation. I'm trying to get these regions up here where all these resources are, and then they'll merge into the Chan region, which I will probably burn and rebuild, because as mentioned, we've got the tech that builds all the starting buildings. If we went up to the next era first with a colony plan, which we could well do... then when we rebuild Chan, it will have all of the buildings from this era in it as well. But otherwise, though, it's generally going all right, given that they stopped attacking me, which is always very nice. Yeah, those swordmen, let's kill those, and that's that done. Alula Borealis. Alula Borealis, and then I want you to come and get the one over here where these two, whatever these are. Silk, yes please. That's going to make, that silk is going to make Northolt outrageous, because Northolt has a shedload of... Oh, we have an event. The human cost. Across the border where war ravages the Empire of Mongols, thousands have abandoned their homes. Do we process them, giving us 2 people in Mount Precious and moving us back towards individualism? Which is... I can't remember. Individualism is industry, is it? No, that's money and that one's industry. Yeah, we want to stick on the industry one, to be honest. Money's easy to make. We can refuse them at a cost of 150 gold coins and keeps us in that top tier of homeland on the geopolitical axis, which is combat strength, which is what we want. Or our final option is to welcome them, which again moves us away from that one. I'd be happy to welcome them, because losing the 2 combat strength I'm not too bothered by. And I'd take the 2 people on Mount Precious, so we'll do that. Oh, we got an agrarian star for that. We really have all the stars, so I think it probably is best... Oh, we're only 4,000 away from that. We make 900 a turn, so we're only 4 turns away from getting another star, so we might as well hang around. Also, I'm pretty sure Ocean's Bounty has 2 Bandaris to build. And we want the Bandaris. We want the Bandaris desperately. So those 4 turns, hopefully we can buy that out. With it dropping over the next few turns and our money going up by 4,000 over the next few turns, we should be able to buy that out. So that's the plan. So once again, though, to spare you just me ending turn 4 times, I will see you when we are choosing our next culture. It is time. So let's see first of all what we can't be. And that is the Haudenosaunee. The Haudenosaunee are all about food. One food on exploitation. And exploitation, and again, this is just, we're explaining everything. And exploitation are these bits on the fringes of your city. They also include anything in the city, but generally speaking, it's always the outer edges. So you can see that these have all these food. So if I chose the Haudenosaunee, anything that is a food that we are exploiting gets +1. So it is a big hit to a big boost to food almost straight off the bat. Of course, I should first of all say we can stay with the Swahili. You always can, and you get a 10% additional fame gain throughout, but it's not very entertaining. He just plays the Swahili forever. So that's the Haudenosaunee. They get the Three Sisters Plantation, which doesn't connect to your city, if memory serves. It's a standalone district, like a wonder or like a hamlet that you build out in the world. We already have one of those, courtesy of the Garamantes. When we captured Byblos from them, they'd built one of these, a Fogara. And a Fogara is that similar thing. It doesn't connect to your city. It's built out in the world. And I'm fairly certain the Haudenosaunee plantation does the same, but it's very food-orientated. They get the Rotisken Rakete, which is a stealth unit. Stealth units generally are weaker than the mainstream equivalent. So obviously that is a musketeer, but it has a stealth aspect instead. So it's weaker than a standard musketeer. But the stealth thing means that it's hidden as long as it stays 1 tile away from either a district, a city centre, or an enemy army. And it also, the stealth ability means that it can cross borders without trespassing. So you can use them to go and scout. You can use them to get into position so that you overwhelm an enemy who doesn't realise they're there. But in battle, they're worse than mainstream units, so you have to be careful. The Inca are one of the cultures of Latin America DLC factions. They are pretty good. The Sapa Inca guards are fantastic. Imperial bastions. This unit is much stronger when fighting from high ground and fortified positions, and it really is. They are almost unbeatable if you can pop them on a high ground in a battle and leave them to it. Very tasty. They get boosted road movement speed, so they move between their cities faster. And +3 food on any district that's next to a mountain. So if you've got mountains, the Incas are the way to go, because the terrace farm is, it acts as a hamlet, again, an anchor point for districts to be built around it, but it has to be built next to a mountain. So if you've got lots of mountains, the Incas are good. The Dutch have been taken as well. The Dutch aren't really very good, though, because the VOC warehouse is pretty rubbish. So they get 1 money per population on all cities. That's not too bad. You might get an extra... At the moment, we've got, 30 people in our city, so that's an extra 90 gold. But when you consider we already make 1,000, it's a drop in the ocean. And it's even worse if you have less, obviously. The VOC warehouse, though, their district is useless because it's +20 mana per adjacent harbour. But harbours don't act as anchor points for districts. So you have to build your harbour near to your city in order to actually get a benefit out of the warehouse, which means you have to build your harbour. When you build your harbours way back in the first era, you have to already be thinking, am I going to be playing as someone like the Dutch or someone that gets harbour adjacency bonuses? If I am, should I build it near my city? Things like that. So you can plan for it, but you have to plan for it. If I were to choose the Dutch now, it would be useless. It would be just awful. I'd get nothing from them. They would not be a good play. The Flute, as well, is pretty good as a naval transport. It has increased movement, as you can see, when it starts its own territory. But it is a naval transport. It is not a standalone ship. So that's what your ground units become when they embark. So for us, we've got the Venetians. 1 money per number of trade routes on city. 2 money per naval trade route. We get the Botteghi di Artisti. 4 influence, 1 money as a standalone, 1 influence per market quarter nearby, and 1 money on a tile producing money. Not really very good, to be honest, in our circumstance. And last, the Galleass is a fantastic gunship. So if we did want water supremacy, the Venetians are good for that ship alone. But because at the moment everyone hates us, which I haven't covered, but at the moment the entire world hates me, I'm only trading with 1 nation. This is not going to earn me any money. So they're not that great. The Edo-Japanese are pretty meh as well. 1 influence per population on cities, not too bad. But again, at best we might be talking about 60 influence at the moment. They get the Terra, 2 influence, 3 faith. We don't care about faith because faith is lost already. And 5 influence per adjacent mountain. But we don't really have that many mountains, so this is useless to us. The Naginata as well. The Naginata Samurai is good, but the honor code, preventing it from retreating, means that it dies a lot, because you can't run away to a more favourable battle. So they're a hindrance more than a boost. This is one of the worst nations in this era, to be honest. No way around it. So the Spanish are an expansionist civ. They get honour and glory, +3 combat strength on units starting their turn in a non-allied territory. So as long as you're on the offensive, your troops all get +3 strength. They get the Catedral Gotica, which is 1 faith per population and 3 faith per adjacent district. But again, that's useless to us now. That would be absolutely the worst possible district we could build in this era. The Conquistadores, though, is pretty good. It generates additional money from winning battles and ransacking, and it is a better musketeer. It might be a better arquebusier, actually, but no, I think it's a better musketeer. So the additional money from winning battles and ransacking is pretty good. So the Conquistadores and the Honor and Glory is good, but the Catedral is useless, to be honest. Unless you're going role-playing as Faith, that genuinely is one of the worst districts in the game. Then we come to the Poles. +10 district fortification on districts. That just means that your troops, when defending in your cities, have more strength than they would otherwise have. And all districts give 2 stability with the Poles, which is pretty good. The Barbican is a unique fortress that you build out in the world. So it gives you 2 influence as a standalone. It gives you 8 stability, or +2 with that one. It gives you 10. But it gives you 3 combat strength in combat for the units around it, as all fortresses do. And, crucially, it and any tile around it cannot be ransacked. So if you build it out on the edges of your empire where you've got a resource that you really need to keep hold of, then this will stop that resource being ransacked. Also, the Winged Hussars are fantastic. When charging, the target cannot retaliate. So they get a free attack at the start of all of your turns. Anyone they attack never retaliates. So they're a fantastic unit. But these 2 are a bit meh. We then come to the Ottomans, minus 50% on heavy weapon industry costs, so your cannons, and then later on your artillery pieces and things like that, and 3 combat strength on all heavy weapons. They get the Sultan Kami, plus 1 faith again, plus 3 influence on districts, again, not really very good at all. The Janissary is very good though, again, a better musketeer, and they are better when they are involved in a siege. Whether they're defending that siege or attacking in that siege, they are better in it. So again, a good gun unit, but so far none of these are winning us over with their legacy trait or their emblematic district. Now, the Mughals, the first contender. Although, we're probably going to go the Joseon, but I haven't got there yet. The Mughals, plus 2% industry per number of territories in your sphere of influence on your capital. Let's see how well that would actually be then. So, we go to our influence. Our influence affects all of our own regions at the moment. So we got 4, 4, 12, about 16. So 16, 2. So we're getting 8% extra industry on our capital alone. Not really that great, is it? So they're very good, the Mughals, if you have a huge influence already and the world is in your sphere of influence, then your capital turns into a powerhouse. But otherwise, and in our position at the moment, that's not that great. The Jama Masjid, though, is good. So 3 industry per industry workers. So that's good straight away. All of our cities, most of our cities have about 6 industry workers. So they're getting straight away 18 extra industry as a standard. It gives 3 industry itself, and it gives plus 3 per adjacent maker's quarter, as well as 2 influence. Obviously, it does give you the minus 10 stability, but that's what almost all districts do. And then you get the Gajnal, which is a cannon on an elephant. You just can't really go wrong with a cannon on an elephant, can you? So that's just a fantastic unit. It can also move and fire, so it can move, shoot, and then move again, which is always very tasty. But the Jama Masjid and the Gajnal is the main reasons for the Mughals. In our case, because of our poor influence, the Imperial Magnificence wouldn't do anything for us. But the Mughals are definitely contenders. The Ming are an Airsight Civ. Their civics cost less to enact and change, which is good. And plus influence on all territories. So we'd get 30-odd influence or so, 25, something like that. Grand Tea House, plus influence per district, plus 2 influence per adjacent district, and 10 stability. So if you're going in for influence, this is the one to be, because the tea house, that's fantastic. By this point, you should have at least 5 or 6 districts per city. So you're getting 5 or 6 as a standard. And if you build the tea house in the middle, then you're getting potentially 12 on top of that as well. So it is a very good little building. The fact that it only gives plus stability as well, it doesn't take away, means that you can really go all in on influence. And the rocket car is a good heavy weapon. It has suppression, so the target either has to move or fight someone, but it will have less strength. Oh, sorry. The target cannot move, and it has to fight someone with less combat strength. So suppression is very, very good. It's one of the first units that can do suppression. It becomes very common in the later ages. Then we have the Joseon, who are all about science. This is why we're probably going to go them, because our science has been lacking so far. So plus 3 science on a tile producing science. That's not very good. Hardly any tiles produce science, so that's a bit average. The Seowon, though, 2 influence, plus 2 science as a standard, plus 3 science per adjacent research quarter. It gives a research job, and it gives 1 science per science researchers on all your cities. So very, very good. And lastly, the Geobuxion, is it a hard G? Geobuxion is a good gunship. So again, we'd get excellent control of the water early doors. So Joseon all about water. And then lastly, the Maasai, minus 25% consumption on all cities, which is very, very good. That's a fantastic one for your food. And the Enkang is, again, it's built out in the world, and it gives plus 5 food per adjacent exploitation. So you build it out in the world in the middle of a food-heavy area, and it might give you 50 food on its own. It's just really very good. And the Masai Moran is fantastic. It's way better than it has any right to be, given that it throws a wooden club. This is one of those things where gaming balance trumps historical accuracy, because a gentleman wearing no armor and throwing a club would not be as good as a person with a musket. It's as simple as that. It's literally a wooden club. It's just, and they throw it. Oh, anyway, the reason they're fantastic is that they get bonus combat strength against damaged targets. So as long as the enemy you're attacking has already been wounded, they are even better than they already were. They're a very good unit. But for our purposes, it's a toss-up between Mughals and Joseon. Mughals for the industry boost and Joseon for the science. But in this instance, it's Joseon without a shadow of a doubt.
Geography, cartography, algebra, optics, astronomy. It's a time of discovery and exploration. But discoveries are not made solely by traders and adventurers. Those who explore with ships and caravans would go in circles without those who explore with pens and parchment. The Joseon era was certainly famous for its ships. I wonder if their scholars worked with brushes and parchment, however, rather than pens.
I appreciate that oh, the Haudenosaunee have gone to war with us. That era screen seemed very Joseon sort of flavoured, didn't it? But it's not unique to the Joseon. It just has them as the core feature. So the Haudenosaunee have gone to war with us again. Brilliant. But we've got something to do with games to deal with first. So we do not want faith. So we can support, or we can support Lamu. Let's support Lamu. So we're putting our backing behind a team in a sports match is all that is. Alright, so the Haudenosaunee have come for us. So we might lose North. Oh no, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. I'd accidentally clicked just that unit on its own. You can see the unique visuals already taking effect. All of our pikes and crossbows have now looked as though we are Korean instead of what we were before, Swahili, which is cool. We can take a wonder, which we will do. Top Cappy Palace. It makes all shared projects on the city that you build it in will give twice as much industry towards any shared product, which is very good. So if you choose a high industry city, that means that all of your future shared products will be built almost immediately. Machu Picchu would have been good because it gives the city that you build it in, half of that city's food is given to every other city, which is brilliant. The Taj Mahal gives 50% money on settled city, which I think we would want to go for because we have such high stability that will see our money go up quite nicely. So I think I am going to go for the Taj Mahal and get that down. It's a shame that the Haudenosaunee have gone to war with us, and particularly a shame that we have no defense in the New World and they're probably going to walk through. They really are going all in on just trashing us. I've never had an enemy be this aggressive. But we're very, very close to being able to assimilate Chan Chan, which will give us some troops there. I can't assimilate Atil yet, but I might be able to in the future. Harbour for free. Build both of those. And +1, +5. Let's go up there. Another little district that's ours. That's good. I can't believe the Haudenosaunee have gone to war with us. Well, at least we'll get Cape Vigilance back, I suppose. But we are probably going to lose here. I don't know what they've attacked us with. Right, we're into the new era. We want the 3-masted ship, to be honest, as soon as possible. And then gunpowder, then centralised power. But how are we doing in terms of building stuff? Because it's time to get one of these up. Oh, look at that. 8 influence, 19 science we get over there. Yeah, build that there. Right, I think you two should probably go over to Cape... No, we want to take Northolt back. We want Northolt back. We'll worry about Cape Vigilance later. I'm so disappointed that they're going to go to war with us. My only ally on the continent, they're not even an ally, but we've got a non-aggression pact, is these folks up in the north here. But for the low, low price of 2,200 gold, I can get salt from them. Whoa, whoop-de-bloody-do. Alright. So let's do it. Pikeman out on the edge there. Pikeman in the second tier. Crossbows. Do we want crossbows on the edge? I don't know how we're going to use the crossbows, to be honest. They're going to flank around and hit us there. But look, our flag, annoyingly, is right out on the edge there. I think it's going to be better, personally, to use these guys to block the wall there. And then keep the high ground over here. Oh, you're our headhunter. Yes, yeah. Don't need you guys at the back. Don't know what you're doing. And then we'll try and use the crossbows out here somehow. What are you doing all the way over there? You've already got gunmen. You've already got arquebuses. You jammy bastard. Now, I feel like should be all right because we've got the walls. Oh, and you've got a load of boats. Oh, our crossbows at then can deal with that. And they've got a lot of Varangian guards. Jesus. They're gonna die. Yeah. Well, bugger. I don't think we're going to win this. I think we're going to lose this quite decisively. To be brutally honest with you. $46 you're going to lose to do that. That's outrageous. Oh, no, they... but then they'll get attacked by the Varangians. Oh, there you go. You can shoot there. Yeah, do that. Good, 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 good. Do we move you there at the risk of... You're going to get shot by them is the problem. The boat... We don't really care about the boats. We'll have to kill the boats, but they can't actually do anything to us, so there's no reason to fight them. Getting our crossbows involved is important, but... The only way to get crossbows involved is to then basically to have them die. So very disappointing indeed. And as you can see, pikemen are pretty rubbish against fighters. Anti-cavalry. Yeah, this is just going to be a huge loss. And the fact that they're in the New World as well, we really need to. Use our kill each other. That's not a problem. We need to use our science. Hopefully, our science superiority that we're about to have. We need to use that. Yeah, stay defensive. You get incredible boosts when they're on defensive mode. We've only killed 3 of them. I mean, we've got some of the Varangians down low, but... Nah, I mean, it is over. It is over. Why they're even bothering moving the boats, I don't know. But, Units awaiting our orders. What could we possibly do? Yeah, absolutely nothing is what we can do. Look how against us it is. No, we're getting a protest on our city for some reason. Arquebusers will just kill us off. The only way to kill gunmen is with range. Just trying to desperately kill something else, you know, just anything else. Oh, that's so close. We've got our backup armies are moving in, but they're not very good. we had gone into military, but evidently not enough. We are going to get the Chan Chan corner, so we'll get a load of troops in a very short time. In about 4 turns, maybe? As that creeps up. So we'll get all those Chan Chan troops. But we've lost Northolt, but we will take that back. Is that really your fastest way to get back to Northolt? 6 turns it's going to take them. You just know that someone else is going to attack us as well now. That's going to be coming. And how long did you take to take? You take 3 turns to train units. Why is your industry so atrociously bad? And Ocean's Bounty, goodness gracious, you're even worse. 3, you're about to lose your food as well. Your Bandari is 23 turns away. How is our industry that bad? I ask you. As scientists, our unique ability now is that we can convert all industry and money onto science from a city. So here, for example, that would be really very good. But that's about it. We're going in on research at the moment, and then we've got the sale one coming in. We could do with another city, really. Oh, and Lamu has been besieged. Of course it has. And we have no troops over there. You've got you guys up there. It's going to take you 8 turns to get back to Lamu, or 7 if we go that way. Our side is much weaker overall. You're going to have to just stand there. That's the only place you can stand. So what have they got? Just another fully elite army again. And they're dead straight away. And as you can see, everything just melts. But all we're going to do this time is just defend. Although we'll rush out and attack those crossbows. Oh, that's unfair. You got in. Wherever you go, you're going to die. Yeah, no, we're going to lose this as well, even with the defense of the city. You've all attacked. So it's you could attack them. It's just not really worthwhile, is it? Good job that they didn't die, though. Well done, lads. Oh, they've died. Oh, and then they died anyway. So, yeah, there we go. Right, so that's Lamu gone. I don't know what their demands of us are. But they're just going to take over the whole new world. Why is the rest of the game not going against them? This is something you see so frequently in this game. Is when one nation starts to really pull away, no one else really bothers to do anything. And it's so annoying. Right, you don't want to move off until they've joined you, so you're just going to have to sit and wait for them. Praetus, you're going to have to just go in with troops. Because we just don't really have the luxury of waiting around. Oh, I've moved the sail one instead of the troops. I can't believe how bad all of our cities are. It's just atrocious. It really is awful. And we've got so many buildings we could have built. 6 turns to build a great swordman alone. That's so bad. Your Bandari is going to take you 23 turns. Crossbows really aren't, to be honest, all that great anymore. We got the great swordman, which is good, but do you have a fort anywhere north? Oh, you've got one right on the edge there. You can go there, yeah. All right, so now we only own 2 cities because Lamu's going to fall, but we should get Chan Chan. 2 turns to Chan Chan, so just stay where you are. Lamu's fallen. Our war support is going to tank. There's no 2 ways about it. They're not. Chan Chan at the moment is really our only hope, if we're being brutally honest. But we'll be able to take Northolt back, because this is where we'll be able to take Northolt, and then I think Thebes as well. And what we will do is we will burn Thebes. We'll just destroy it. So we're going to have to go with overwhelming numbers. Those 2 armies have to stick together, or they're going to end up losing. And when Chan Chan joins us, which it will do now in 1 turn, its entire military might is going to come down, retake Lamu, and then ideally we're going to take Marajo back. Because look at what Marajo is. In fact, we're going to burn all of these down on our way through. And then we are going to... Oh, they've got gunpowder. Yeah, you bloody right. Come on, Chan Chan. It all rests on Chan Chan's shoulders now. Can we do what we need to do with Chan Chan? All right, let's go up that way. Oh, no, they're coming for us. Brilliant. All right, well, we'll kill you off, and then we'll take our city back. You've bitten off more than you can chew there, I can tell you. That's poorly placed force of our enemy there. Stay on the high ground. Ocean's Bounty, you're going for 3. Build your unit back down here, actually, and you build your unit there. Oh, you're only a turn away. Oh, good. Yeah, because we actually have 6 slots, don't we? We're going for seafaring, then we're going for 3 masted ship, but we're not doing very well with it because we've just lost 2 cities, as already mentioned. What does Zoroastrianism actually give us as well, now that we're all Zoroastrians? So, Zoroastrianism, 50% science on cultural wonders. Oh, that's not bad for us. 2 money per number of trade, that's pretty rubbish for us. 5 stability on garrison, that's not that great. 5 science on strategic research. It's pretty naff, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? Alright. Oh, we can take Chan Chan now. Yes! Welcome to the fold, boys and girls, boys and girls. And if we can, I'll take Attal the same way. Yes, please. Alright, so the 2 armies from Chan Chan. Get back Lamu. I want the Great Mosque and I want it back now. Get down there. And we need it back before our war support drops too far. What can you do, Chan Chan? Oh, we need to burn you to the ground, don't we? You've got so many buildings that need built. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. So build just something, and then we'll just burn that.
You have unlocked seafaring. To safely travel the dangerous, hungry oceans. You can cause trouble anywhere you want now.
Yes,
and
I
have
am
a better
stronger than
chance
you.
of getting
Yes,
away
I
with it.
will wipe your people out. Yes, you are going to die. And yes, I am going to fecking love it. Kill the cavalry. Oh, you can't. You're the only one that can attack. Oh, and they have to attack uphill. There's no path to that destination. Oh, wow. Oh, well, then they're going to want to try and attack us then, aren't they? And there's no way down there. So their crossbows at the moment are going to be useless because they can't do arcing shots. But we did attack them, so we do actually have to attack them. But we're going to have the attack there. They're going to defend on that. Well, if we just wait until we can kill that cavalry unit, actually. Oh, why don't you move forward for now? Let's see what they do. They did move the cavalry in. Oh, they went with the crossbows. That was a bad play. Great swords eat crossbows for breakfast. Let's swap out so we've got a stronger unit. Keep the advantage. Always keep the advantage. This is in the bag. This is in the bag. Oh, of course, Varangian Guard can't. Varangian, call it what you will. They can't run away. They have to fight. That's why they didn't retreat. I thought that was a bit odd that they didn't retreat, because this was always in our favour. Just for interest, for comparison's sake, Varangian Guards have a 39 attack strength. They don't actually do anything unique. They just have a high attack strength. Our Great Swordmen, by comparison, also have 39, courtesy of some of our unique traits and things. So the Varangian Guard are actually just a worse version of a Great Swordman. But then that's because they actually come in earlier. So in the timeline that they come in, they're fantastic. 39 attack strength earlier in the game, brilliant. But now they're up against our mainline units have 39 attack strength. They're no longer very good. And their honor code is just costing them the game, basically. So that's going to be a win. We'll burn Chan Chan and we'll build it straight away because we've got the influence to do that. And our forces down here are going to kill these. Have you got some from Varangian Guard in your... Oh, yes, you have. Thank you for making such a catastrophic error in your decision making. I am so grateful to you for what you have done here today. Our people, we're all there with you. We're all on board. Thank you for being so bad at this game. Alrighty, crossbows. Can we shoot? The Arquebusier need to be killed before they do anything dodgy. Arquebusier are the first gun units, as you might expect, and they are okay, but they're about as good as crossbows, really. So again, if we just have a look, Arquebusier have a 42 attack strength. Our crossbows have a 33. So they are 10 better, but they pay for that well, they have the same restrictions, actually, so they don't really pay for it at all. But they have to be able to see their target. I'm just wondering if we can go... Oh, they're going to come in over there, aren't they? Have we got anything else that can just go and block that? Because they're going to attack us over there. Our crossbows can't attack, which is a shame. And all the front line has. We've got a few too many crossbows, really. If that pike unit wasn't there, we'd be able to shoot them. It's annoying that you can't do that little cross attack there. Oh, it's Arquebusier that they brought in over there. Oh, bugger. And you're going to die, so that's them dead. That's brilliant to see. Might as well just get killed off. We're not going to do anything with you. Right, crossbows, move over there. You keep targeting those Arquebusier with you two. You can hit them. That's the cavalry killed. Oh, you could go there. That's very risky, because no, they'll attack you. That's silly. That's silly, Gallo. Don't be throwing your lives away. You're the only one that hasn't attacked. Oh, we got the pike unit on the hill. Yep, free kill. Delightful. Temptation to move there and shoot them, but then they're in the forest. Actually, when our pike unit dies, they'll be perfect for all of these crossbows to shoot at. There we go. Right, so if you kill them because you're protected, and then you kill them, and you kill them, and you just stay defense, and then... Oh, that was pretty rubbish. That one arquebusier is going to take most of those down. This is what I mean. The pikes, when you're not, well, not, this is not what I mean, but when you're not up against cavalry, which as we move through the later stages of the game, cavalry just drops off of the face of the earth. When we're not up against cavalry, pikes are just not worthwhile anymore. Oh, we get fundamental garros, minus 50% on garrison industry cost. Or commons cost. We've got a lot of things actually there that we could do. We haven't even got that one yet. Oh dear. And we don't have the influence. We never got the influence one. Oh, blimey. Well, we don't want to do any of that yet because we're about to turn Chan Chan into a better city. Get a free harbour. And then become a fantastic city. Alright. Let's finish these battles then. So here, you, if you would, kill the arquebusier. Why can you not shoot that? Oh, because of the forest. Because of the fucking forest. They can't shoot through forest. I wonder if they're going to try and attack us, though. Well, yes, they are, of course. How do we better utilise our units there? By running you out over there, really. Alright, let's go for that. Oh, now you can shoot. Oh, good. Yeah, I'll do. Right, we lost them, and they've gone back to the flag. Idiots. Alright, yeah, no, this is in the bag now. Take the high ground. Move yourself forward. They're just going to defend. Look what it cost us, though. Pikes were just totally out of their depth here. So all that survived that was 3 crossbows. Oh, well, the great sword's there, actually. The great sword's there. Ah, and your great sword's almost ready. Right, let's win this one. And then that will probably be where we end this episode, actually. So get them killed off. Get them killed off. Oh, we're going to lose a lot if we hit them there. And they're going to lose a lot as well. Ideally, actually, you guys will come back. They won't want to move off of their flag, I don't think. Oh, they brought in a ship. Yeah, because that's just really what you needed. A ship with 1 range, is it? 4 range. Oh, we can't actually kill that ship. So oh, but we can stand on the flag, of course. What am I worrying about? We'll just go and stand on the flag. I don't know why I'm complaining. There we are. Victory is assured. Right, wait for them. As I say, we want to move in unison. We want to move together. If you could attach that, please, and attach that, please. And then when Atil becomes ours, which it will do, because we are going to take Atil. Once that's in the fold as well, we'll take their troops. And then we've got an army out of nowhere, which is nice. The Independents saving the day for us once again. But we will get Lamu back. Oh, an Ocean's Bounty. We still haven't taken Zeus back into our... We need Zeus. Anyway, that I think is going to be where I'm going to end this episode. And we'll put down that. Gaining science, but losing industry across the board. But now that all those buildings are built, this is actually a useful place. Let's go to city growth. And then we will want industry. 15 up there, 14 there. Yeah, do chuck those in there. And take the 12, what the hell. Alright. Oh, and the Mongols are slowly creeping their way across over here as well. We need to strike back at the Haudenosaunee. We'll take Northolt back. We've got the army training. There you go, there's 2 of those. We're going in for 3 mastered and then gunpowder and then centralized. What's our Haudenosaunee?
Executing your first ransom
he always
is
says
not
that.
very friendly.
How you doing, friend?
We're down at 32, but we just got plus 10. And they're down at a lot from our losses. But we'll take our city back. Head-banging history. With cultural influence sky high, the Empire loves nothing more than a good story. Now's a great one has come to light. The death of one of the Empire's most beloved statesmen. Reveal. Even if this death is quite stupid, it is the truth. History should know. It moves us towards collectivism, which we would like. Yeah, we'll reveal. We'll reveal. Ooh. And your man's going to join us up there as well on that next turn. You're going to go to him and merge with him. And you guys just bring up the rear. Alright, before now, that is going to be your lot. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. Stay tuned to see who the 2 people who won in last week's episode are, where you'll get your 2 Cultures of Africa DLC packs. But until we speak again, dear friends, Navair Naden Perimad Melonin, and farewell. Many congratulations to last episode's 2 winners for the DLCs. That's Agustin Sanchez and Danny Christensen. I haven't put the comments this time because we're only on to the DLCs. Do contact me and I will get the keys over to you, ideally on Discord. Thank you very much.